to get you going on this Monday morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Of course, joining us now on the couch is the man himself, the artiste. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, we got to get to it. You've got a brand new album. You're from Halifax, but you're really all over the place all the time. You're a very busy man. When did you first of all even find the time to make this album?
It's funny, it always takes me so long to make a record for the reason that I'm always playing like every weekend. I think I've had one period that had 2 or 3 consecutive weekends off in the last 3 years.
Wow.
But I'm always testing things out on the crowds that I play for, so a lot of the time I'm just writing a chorus and seeing if it works live, and then see if it gets sung back to me really well. Then I'm like, all right, this will probably work.
Well, it's funny that you say the album is called Ephemeral. You're saying if it's sung back to you. Tell me about the choir, quote unquote, that you have on this album.
Rather than the traditional performance of the performer being on stage and the audience being in the audience, I like to break down that wall and be in the crowd for most of the show. So I
Say that again. You're in the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are not realizing this. That's very rare. You're in the crowd.
Yeah. So there's some good footage of different shows that we took over the last 4 years. And basically, I'll get in the middle of the crowd because all the choruses on the record are gang vocals, and just encourage people to come around the microphone and sing the choruses together rather than me just like croon it from the front of stage.
I just feel like that's risky, Rich, because you never know. What if you have some very bizarre fans? Just like what if they say?
I've had almost every experience, but in the crowd. But it's been amazing and positive, even if it's bizarre.
Well, I have to say, Rich, I feel like we're soulmates because in looking, doing research for this interview, and first of all, look at what you're wearing. You and I are both obsessed with The Little Prince. But it's one of the 5 books I reread every year. You were telling me you share that love as well. You've actually incorporated The Little Prince into your performances and into your music. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this record I wrote all to sync up thematically to the same themes that are addressed in the book, and I watched this claymation version of the film from 1979 and kind of wrote the record to sync up in the same way that like Pink Floyd syncs up with The Wizard of Oz.
That this is claymation Little Prince.
Yeah.
Claymation freaks me out a little bit. That this is claymation Little Prince.
Yeah.
And how do you think that, first of all, why The Little Prince?
Just it's my favorite book. So I also love anything that can say a lot very succinctly is pretty nice, and I feel like The Little Prince does a great job of covering a lot of the things and issues and everything that we deal with in humanity.
It's the kind of book that you read when you're 5, and it means something different. You read when you're 30.
Exactly.
Totally
That's
different.
why you can reread it so many times.
Well, Rich Aucoin, continued success. The album is called Ephemeral. Please come